Hello all, this is Dr. Shilpi Reddy and today we are going to talk about what is masturbation. Masturbation is a process of touching your genitalia, whether it is female genitalia or the male genitalia, for sexual pleasure. Now it's a very complex subject per se and there are too many types of masturbation that are there to discuss, but it depends on person to person, and masturbation per se gives an erotic stimulation, whether it is the clitoris stimulation or the nipple stimulation or vaginal stimulation or anal penetration or vaginal penetration, or whether it is the stimulation of the penis. Now it can be self-stimulation or with the consent of others. Now in masturbation, we always say that there are so many taboos associated with it. There are so many subjects of unknown entity associated with masturbation. But to be very, very specific, it is just one type of sexual pleasure. And it is one, type of or a method of getting an orgasm in a woman or a man. And now, if one means to understand what masturbation is, everybody has one single doubt: whether masturbation is healthy or not. Yes, masturbation is very much normal, whether it is in men or women, and it is quite stigmatized, and it is not associated with any kind of a shame. It's a personal choice and it depends on what the woman or man is feeling for herself, and it needs wider knowledge, and everybody wants to know about the reproductive health in detail. So in this process, everybody encounters the process of masturbation, and masturbation can be physiological. For men, usually it happens early in the mornings, and for women it depends on her menstrual cycle and how she is going ahead in her periods, and usually masturbation is more during the time of egg formation and release. And like what people ask, are there any benefits of masturbation? When we have to talk about benefits of masturbation, it's about increasing the knowledge of your own bodies and to understand your preferences. And it's one way to get an orgasm and erotic feeling. And it also does not have any exposure to sexually transmitted diseases. So you can be away from sexually transmitted diseases. And your understanding of your own body and how your partner understands your body and how you have sync between a consensual sex. Again, masturbation is one of the types to enter into a relationship. And it is also a stress buster and stress reliever for some people. And it also has a small impact on decreasing the period cramps, because it causes orgasms, and orgasms have a little impact on decreasing period cramps. For anything and everything, there are advantages and disadvantages. There are disadvantages for masturbation also. If you overdo it, there can be a psychological condition when people tend to over masturbate and overdo masturbation and get detached from the normal world. And if in this process they are having mental issues or health issues or compatibility issues or socializing issues, that is again a very negative thing that is happening in their life. So nothing too much is good for anybody. And to understand one's sexual drive, sometimes if men or women have more sexual drive, they also tend to leverage towards masturbation also to take help to satisfy their sexual drive. And whether the process of touching your own self, understanding your own needs, and genital stimulation, if that gives you sexual gratification by some means or the other, that can be a healthy part of the masturbation that everybody looks forward for. So instead complicating things and instead stigmatizing things, there should be a concept of well understanding your bodies and going ahead with the physiology of your own sexual health and sexual orientation. So this process is enabled by the process of masturbation, and nothing too complex to think about it. And to understand this concept very well, you should have an open mind to think about newer concepts and understanding your own body by yourself.